ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਸੈਗਮੈਂਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੇਰਾ ਸਾਥ ਦੇਣਗੇ ਐਲਨ ਗਲੈਸਰ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੇ ਮਹਿਮਾਨ ਨੇ, ਮਾਰਕਸ ਫਾਰਮੇਸੀ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਨਾਰਥ ਡੈਲਟਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ 40 ਸਾਲ ਦਾ ਤਜਰਬਾ ਹੈ ਐਜ਼ ਅ ਫਾਰਮਾਸਿਸਟ। ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਆਫ ਬ੍ਰਿਟਿਸ਼ ਕੋਲੰਬੀਆ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ। ਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਕੇ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਕਿਉਂ ਉਮਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਡੀ ਵਾਈਟੈਲਿਟੀ ਘਟਦੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ, ਸਾਡੇ ਸੈਲਸ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਫਾਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮਸ ਆਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ, ਕਿਹੜੇ ਚੈਲੰਜਸ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਕਾਰਨ ਵਾਈਟੈਲਿਟੀ ਘਟ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਯਾਨੀ ਕਿ ਸਾਡੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਿਹਤ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਥੱਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ। ਕੀ ਕੁਝ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ, ਔਰ ਇਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਐਲਨ ਗਲੈਸਰ ਨਾਲ। ਐਲਨ, ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ ਦ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ।
Thank you, Harpreet.
Thank you. So today I would like to know from you, with age, our vitality decreases. But leave aside age today, what we are finding is even youngsters are also not having that kind of vitality, which probably at your time people used to have. So basically what is happening? Are our cells not functioning at the proper level? How do the cells function? Please explain to us today.
Okay, so that's a really good question. We know mostly as we age, you get older, normally you feel a little tired a little sooner or quicker. Your physical endurance goes down. Anyone who's done weightlifting or anything like that notices their ability to pump iron or lift weights goes down. The ability to run quicker and faster goes down. What we now know today is this is that our vitality, our energy in the cell is produced using a fuel called ATP. There's these little, they're called organelles, inside our cell that produce energy. The energy is called ATP. You just have to know that. So in the middle of the cell is all your DNA. On the outside is all the other processes keep it alive. Here is the mitochondria. This is the chemical steam engines that energizes every cell in your body. There's 500 of these in a typical cell. In your heart, there's 1,000 okay, in your brain, there's 1,000 of these in every cell. Because the instant the energy, the fuels like gasoline for your car is produced, it's used. There's no storage. It has to be made on demand. So, what happens? So a typical cell, and this is a mitochondria. It's the green on here. In the middle is the nucleus. All around you can see is the energy producing cells. So we really need those to produce energy, and that's just a micrograph, electronic micrograph of that. So this is another picture of it. What is it doing? It's generating ATP. It's really helping you energize. That's crucial. And it's not working, especially in youth. What happens? Okay, if you don't get energy, you feel tired. If you don't get energy, you're kind of exhausted. You can temporarily increase your energy if you take caffeine, right? We have all these stimulants. Why are we selling these 5-hour energy drinks? People, young people, old people, all depends. They feel rushed. They're not getting enough sleep. That's why sleep is so important. It allows the body to rest. We can reprogram ourselves. We get rid of all the toxins that accumulate, and they're all cleared out overnight, and you wake up after hopefully 7 to 8 hours sleep and you're ready to go. If you're not getting that, you're looking for these artificial means, and the energy producing cells, those mitochondria, don't get a chance to produce enough energy. What's the result? Well, you're physically tired, you're mentally exhausted, and that's the key thing. So what has technology allowed us to? Because of computers, because we have mapped the human genome, we now know there's 52 different genes in our mitochondrial cells. We know what genes are turned on to create energy when you're young. So when you're 20, all these green genes are on. When you're 60, all the 60-year-old genes are turned on, and all the 20-year-old genes that produced energy are turned off. The beauty of it is we now know through research and science that if we take the right supplements, and one of them happens to be this cordyceps mushroom, this cordyceps, and it has to be the right kind, we can now, again through testing, we can, when you're 60,
increase the number of
20-year-old energy producing genes, and it works. And we shut down the old energy production, and we recreate up to 92% new energy production with this particular supplement. So the question is, and this is just one of those things. Okay, so this one I call it the mushroom energy solution.
Okay.
And they've done studies. Actually, the next study, and this was presented in 2010 at the in Germany for a mitochondrial conference.
Right.
Using this particular supplement, we had a control group. People just took
Right.
a sugar pill, basically, and people who actually took the product.
Right.
The name on. And the key here is we had a 63% increase.
Okay.
So that was huge.
Right. So basically, these supplements, when you say the mitochondria is the main thing which produces energy, those ATPs, what you're saying. So
Yeah.
one is this mushroom you're talking about. The other is, you said, enough of sleep. But what else can be done to further, have that vitality?
So as we age, we end up taking prescription drugs.
Right.
There is a large number of drugs that restrict the energy production of the cells in our body.
Right.
We need nutrients. Everyone knows we need oxygen. Everybody knows we need food for energy.
Right.
So the next question is, what is the best source of food to give us more energy? And it's not carbohydrates. No,
Right.
carbohydrates is sugar, starch, alcohol, and say, from fruit that contains starch and sugar. We want to avoid that because the greatest source of energy production is
Right.
from fats. So eating fats in our diet, and even Health Canada has come out. What made people, Canadians, fat? Well, we were eating too many carbohydrates.
Right.
In the original thing that's been around for the last probably 30 years. Eat far fewer carbohydrates, eat more protein, more vegetables,
Right.
and more fat.
Okay.
Fat will give us a tremendous amount of energy. Fat from, say, coconut oil, or fat from butter.
Right.
Those are great sources of energy. The second thing is, I got back to taking prescription drugs, it depletes an essential nutrient
Right.
that we need to make that mitochondria work, and that's called enzyme CoQ10.
Okay.
So if you're on a statin drug, those are drugs that reduce cholesterol. If you're on certain blood pressure drugs, such as hydrochlorothiazide, it also reduces enzyme CoQ10. If you're on a blood pressure and heart rate control medication, that's atenolol or metoprolol or anything with an "all" on the end,
Okay.
they also reduce this enzyme CoQ10.
Right.
You need to supplement. And the amount you need is an enzyme CoQ10 from 100 to 300 milligrams a day. Typically will help you overcome the effects of the drugs.
Right.
And it allow the body, it's like giving extra fuel, nitro to your car, if you know how to
Right.
get your car going faster, or gasoline to the fire. If we think of your little thing as a steam engine, right? If we add gasoline to the fire, we really get it running hotter, and your whole body works better.
Absolutely.
You get energized, and you don't have to have a sleep in the middle of the afternoon or whatever.
Right. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Harpreet.